Hello guys, Omni here. Not really covering a trailer, but there's some news I wanted to talk about. And this, if I've been watching Fat Man on Batman for a long time, the Kevin Smith's podcast that he holds at the Scum and Villainy Cantina with Mark Bernardin out in Hollywood. Uh, they've been talking and teasing about a project that they've been working on together for some time now. That they've really been itching to talk about, but they haven't until recently, until today. I think it finally was it today or yesterday, actually. I don't know. Either way, they finally announced what that project was. We already know that Kevin Smith is working with Marvel on a animated Howard the Duck series for Hulu that'll be coming out. However, they were working together on a anime from the production house that has been animating and creating the Castlevania series for Netflix. Kevin Smith is showrunning a HeMan anime from the same people that do the animations for Castlevania. And I've seen a little bit of that anime. I haven't finished it or watched all of it. I've honestly seen just a couple clips. There's so many things that I've tried to cover. Unfortunately, that's one of those things that I haven't got around to actually sitting down and watching, and I really want to. And so that's kind of really interesting. I really want to see, because I know they mentioned about a week or two ago on their podcast that, they all have like their secret quirk thing that they have just an untold amount of knowledge about, untold useless knowledge about a specific subject. And Kevin Smith talked about how one of his was He-Man. And I guess that was a kind of a hint. And so he goes into, all the lore, all the ways the world and the universe works, because apparently he has a huge obsession with that franchise, that series as a kid. And He-Man was just a little bit before my time. I came in right on the tail end of it. I've seen it a couple of times. The original animated show that was based on the toy line from Mattel, I believe. And I kind of missed out on a lot of that. I've seen some of the later iterations of it. Seen it in passing. But apparently this will be done in the style of an anime from that production house. In the same vein as they did with Castlevania, about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, with him as the showrunner, Mark Bernardin writing and involved with the scripts and how it'll actually pan out, as well as a bunch of other people involved as well. One of the writers from Supergirl is involved. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. He's been in the podcast before as well. But yeah, apparently this will also be taking place directly, maybe not directly, but following the actual events of the original cartoon. So this isn't going to be like a reboot. This is actually a fan kickstarted through, well, not, I wouldn't say kickstarted. Netflix is putting out the bill for this, but it's a continuation of the original He-Man. So anybody that watched it is going to be getting some kind of a conclusion to that arc. That from the description, he's selling it as this is potentially leading up to the final clash between He-Man and Skeletor. And that's an interesting concept, something completely out of left field for what I would imagining the project was going to be that he was working on. I imagine it'd be something a little more of an obscure kind of comic book related thing. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm always interested in what Kevin Smith's going to be doing next. He's really kind of maturing, I'd say, as a filmmaker, or at least as an auteur of handling properties such as The Flash, Supergirl. I mean, he's been a staple of the nerd fandom for years now, for the majority of his career since Clerks. And no matter what you think about his movies, he has a passion for what he does, and mostly for the IPs of others that he enjoyed growing up. So there's going to be a level of respect that's handled with this that'll be much different than how he handles his own personal projects. So I'm curious to see how this pans out. He's been making jokes that with Mark Bernardin for a long time, that everybody seems to be getting Netflix show except for them. As many times as he's tried to sell them Clerks, the Clerks show, the Mallrats show, the Clerks movie, the Mallrats 2 film, all kinds of stuff that they just never bought. But they finally bit for something, and I think that's kind of a good little payoff. So I'm curious to see where this goes and how this develops from here. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. What's your reaction to this? Do you care about He-Man at all? I know they've been talking about that live action film that apparently is starting to hit development hell at this point, even though we had some casting announcements not that long ago, maybe only a month or two ago. My concept of time is completely askewed, so that could be way off. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you want to support the channel, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments what you didn't like. That's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.